All right, it's a beautiful Friday morning, 7 a.m. And here I am, your data coach, to simplify what is machine learning in data science. There is something beautiful about mornings. It's so calm, serene, and peaceful. I can hear the birds tweeting. So I'm in an excellent mood. So let's get on to it. Let's understand what is machine learning. So machine learning is a branch of a larger technical sphere, and that is the AI or artificial intelligence. And here the idea is very simple. It says that machines can learn to imitate human behavior. If we can train the machines, then they can learn to take actions just like how humans would learn, just like how a small baby would learn, right? So first the baby learns, and then depending on his or her learnings, the baby goes about taking certain actions. And that's exactly how the machine learning models or artificial intelligence models or algorithms can be trained. And then on the basis of that same training, it can act on its own without any specific guidance or supervision on the real time. It's fascinating, isn't it? Okay. So machine learning is very useful to automate a lot of analytical model building because you cannot always manually do all the data analytics or data science related activities and items. So things which are typically repeated in nature, those are a good fit for machine learning to have some automation in place. And I'm going to help you with one example to get you some real world use case type of understanding of it. Okay, and I'm going to actually demonstrate that for you now. So I am going to head over to my Gmail account. As you can see, I'm on gmail.com. And this is a behavior that can typically be found in some other emails as well. All the major email providers like Outlook or Hotmail or Rediff Mail and so on and so forth. But for the purposes of this, I'm going to show Gmail because I really love the Google machine learning use cases. Okay. Now, if you're using Gmail account, then chances are you're already familiar with it. But let me just help you get some understanding here. So right now I'm at my inbox, but if I expand all the different labels that I have on the left-hand side, you can see all other different email folders, right? Like the sent items, the drafts, but there is something called spam. So spam is nothing but the emails which are not relevant, which are not important to me. There can be advertisement, there can be some phishing email, or which typically are taken out of your inbox so that your inbox can remain clean, although it's very difficult. You know what I mean? But that's the whole idea, to keep your inbox clean and only show the detailed and most important and most relevant emails to you. And that is why all the irrelevant emails or less important emails or marketing emails are taken out of the inbox and put into the spam, right? And I can see there are 3 spams right now on my spam folder. And if I come here, you can see that these are all marketing type of emails which are there. Now, the interesting thing is, if you want to identify spam emails from your inbox, there are 2 different ways you can do it from a software engineering standpoint. Okay. The first approach is the traditional approach. And in this approach, what you essentially do is you write an explicit program. You create a conditional programming where you say that, all right, scan every email on my inbox and look for some specific pattern or behavior within the email. Some examples would be like, look at the subject line of the email. And if you find some kind of marketing related terms like sign up or here's an offer for you and all that, then consider this email to be spam. Similarly, another condition could be look at the body of the email and see if you're able to find some kind of similar marketing terms or not, like sign up for this, claim this offer, blah, blah, blah. Then you know it is a spam email. And that is how you can start adding different conditions or what we called rule on your software program. And then you can tell the program that, okay, if you scan every email, and if you can find any of these conditions meeting the criteria, then you consider that email as a spam and you take it out from your inbox and put it in the spam folder. That's the traditional way of doing it. This is where you have to explicitly write the program before. Now, the challenge with this approach is that, one, it requires a lot of manual programming. You need to know what all can be the possible behavior or pattern through which a spam email can be identified. So it's a lot of research in general for you to write that exhaustive list of all the conditions, right? And second, we live in a very, very dynamic world. So today, if marketing emails are following ABC type of patterns, tomorrow it can be very, very different because the marketing professionals are evolving, right? They are studying the human behavior, the human psychology. So tomorrow they might add some different kind of keywords. They might add some different type of format in the email, in the subject line. In that case, you as a software programmer, software engineer, have to constantly understand how the trends are changing in the marketplace. And accordingly, you have to keep coming back and remodifying the conditions in your traditional software program that you have written. Now, you can imagine it is extremely difficult to do that given the kind of data that we have today, given the kind of software programming that is required. We do not have one or two programs, right? There are multiple programs, thousands of programs. And it is practically impossible for software engineers to keep coming back every maybe 1 month or 2 months and keep making changes on thousands of programs that they have written. That is where the approach number 2, which is machine learning, comes to the rescue. In machine learning, the most interesting part is you do not have to write such conditional programming script at the beginning. What you do is you create one machine learning algorithm, and that has self-learning, cognitive learning capabilities, right? And with that, what happens is you build the model, you build the algorithm, and then you train that algorithm with some spam emails. You already have some spam emails with you, right? That you might have noticed by either manually checking or by, as a result of that traditional programming that you have done before. So once you have maybe 1,000 or 2,000 spam emails, you just take the dump of the data and train that, feed that into that machine learning algorithm or the model. And that model will automatically go through all those 1,000 or 2,000 or 3,000 spam emails, and it will try to identify a pattern that, oh, okay, these are all spam emails, I have been told. So let me see if I can identify some characteristics in them. And whatever characteristics it will learn, it will keep that in its memory. So next time, when you give another new email to that machine learning algorithm, it will use its memory and all the learning that it has got by going through the previous 1,000 spam emails. It will see if the new email matches those patterns, those behavior, those characteristics or not. If it does, then it will automatically classify the new email as a spam email and it will take it out of the inbox. But if it doesn't, then it will tell you that, hey, I do not find the same behavior of the 1,000 spam emails that you have given me. So in my opinion, this is not a spam email. But if you think it is, do let me know, correct me. And I will definitely make sure that next time if I see a similar kind of email, I'll be more careful to not call it as a spam. So that's typically the way it works. It's extremely helpful for enterprises and startups and basically any company who has to deal with a lot of data and a lot of changing environment. That is where this kind of pattern recognition through machine learning and artificial intelligence algorithm is an absolute life savior. Okay. Well, I hope that was helpful. If you do have any questions, you know what to do. Head down and put a comment and I'll be happy to take a look at it. This is Soumyadip. I will see you in the next lecture.